right, all right. All right, y'all. Let's get it started. Hey, Denise. We're going to get it started right on step 7, girl. You know, this is a good one. Yes. All right. How you doing, girl? I know that's right. You got to come on this show, honey. I got to get you on this show. Even if we got to get you on the video, added into this video live. I got to get you on this show. You would be so perfect and so awesome for this. You know, because in your heart, you help people all the time. All the time. Awesome. She said, I'm ready. Let's get it. We gonna get it. Because we got it. What's that?
Yeah, notifications.
Always something. Always something. That devil always trying to get in the way. But y'all, we're going to be starting on step 7 today. Okay? We done been through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6. And I hope that some of us have gotten either the 12 steps or the book, so you can always have it. I am going to do a raw live, though, a little later on in this, you know, at the ballroom, so that I can invite some people, and, you know, we just have a good time and go over all this at the end of this. So, again, I appreciate everybody coming on. You know, it's been a blessing, and I hope it's blessing others. You know, that's the name of the game. Hey, Karen, it's the name of the game. You know what I mean? To try to get people to understand how addiction works, and that it is a disease that is cunning, baffling, and powerful. And also how, you know, the life we live as recovering people, you know, and that we will always be sick. We just have some medication here that can help us put our sickness in remission, you know, and to keep it there, again, I always say is 1 word, 2 letters, 1 syllable, and that's no. No means no by any means necessary. Again, I always have to say this too, you know, I'm going to speak on myself, you know, and keep it on the eye, because that's how we do things, you know, but I'm also going to keep it real and raw and talk real shit, you know, as best I can. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an Indian chief. I'm a grateful recovering addict living in a life without drugs and alcohol today, you know, and I feel great, you know, and beautiful and strong and powerful towards my disease today, and still knowing that she's there, you know, but again, I'm winning this fight so far. You know, I have another day of defeat. And God bless me another day to come on and talk, you know, some more about this vicious disease. I'm going to read step 7 from the book. I like to give it to you exactly the way that it is and the way that I got it. And then we'll go into, conversation, and real talk, about the step. Oh, shucks. All right, step 7. I was ready for a minute, but okay, step 7. Step 7 is we humbly ask him, our higher powers, to remove our shortcomings. Powerful. We humbly ask him to remove our shortcomings. Shortcomings is more of character defects, and how we lived our life in pain and misery, and contribute to it, which we lived our lives in pain and misery, and that contributes to our health and our happiness, that we once had before. So we ask our higher power, I say my God, to help me remove all that pain, from step 6, remember, was we were entirely ready to have God remove all our defects of characters. So our shortcomings has a lot to do with how we lived and what we became. We became so angry, so sad, so disrespectful to ourselves and to others, and it was for me when I just said F people. You know what I mean? I didn't care what people felt about me when I felt worse than you could have ever felt what you felt about me. I just had the mask on. I couldn't reveal it, because my disease wouldn't allow me to. Character defects, tricking was one of them. You know what I mean? Thinking that, like I said, because I wasn't out on the street, I was getting there. Don't get it wrong. I was getting there, definitely, but, I caught that, in an early stage. The last stage of my addictive lifestyle, but like I said, I had, police, lawyers, store owners, married men, all who knew me, and didn't have a problem with my situation, and they paid me, and at the beginning they paid me well, as I continue to go on, and now I'm calling them instead of them stopping me or calling me, I'm calling them like 24/7. So they know when you out there dipping, and getting high, or you drink too much or whatever. They pick you up in the bar, and after everybody leave, or we slip out before everybody leaves and it's over. You know what I mean? Tricking is tricking. It took me a while to accept that, so that was part of step 7 for me, to ask God to help me remove that, and understand that, tricking is tricking. If you get paid for it, it just is what it is, and hey, if I was able to mention names, you'd be very, very shocked, and then again, you may not be shocked, and the crazy thing about that is, since I've been clean, these people act like it never even exists that way, just totally lost respect for me, treated me like shit, treated me just like what I became, a junkie. I'm going to read a little bit more out of step 7 because it has some great info in here. I just want to make sure that our brothers and sisters are still using, can, if you're on and you're following, I want to make sure that that this is actually what is being said from the book, Narcotics Anonymous.
When you get sober and start telling the truth, how you handle the situation.
Was that a question?
Yeah.
Repeat it again. When you get sober
and start telling the truth, how you handle the situation.
I was, my daughter's trying to catch some of the Q&As for me. She said I had a question that when you get sober, let me read it, Nisha. When you get sober, I'm sorry. When you get, let me see it. When you get sober and start telling the truth, is that what it's saying?
Yeah.
How do you handle it?
The situation.
When we get sober, you know, and we start telling the truth, what you have to always remember is that we are a lie, you know, because we had to tell so many lies. No one has to believe you or forgive you or even accept it, you know, but you have to. You have to know that this is a part of what we have to do as we surrender, you know, and we know we feel the truth. We have to accept things that we can't change things that we can, and have the wisdom to know the difference. Work on this one day at a time. Deal with this one day at a time. But you have to know your truths, and everything of any question that I know you'll probably ask me is in these 12 steps. And it's going to help you to learn how to deal with that and understand it and work with that. Actually, that's the next step, surrendering to, well, I don't want to read them out, but that's the next step, step 8. Step 8 is really going to be exactly on the question that you just asked me, you know, but giving my feedback, yeah, you do have to understand that because we're better, don't mean that people is ready for us. Don't mean that people trust us right away. You know, most likely they want to, but we've lied so much and we've done so much till they have to heal too. You know, we're not the only ones that have gotten sick from this. They have gotten sick and tired of us. You know what I mean? And some people just, you know, like, man, she a lie. She always lie. Or, you know, like I was saying, people would say, oh, she'll be right back out there again. Expect it. You know, if you go to the rooms and in AA, you're going to hear so many questions and stories like yours, but you hang in there. This is the reason why I'm on here. You hang in there and you be proud of yourself for telling the truth. You be proud of yourself for change, because you are somebody. And we still is that little beast that's inside us, but you're winning. You're beating the beast right now. You breaking out of this thing. You know what I mean? Because enough is enough. You just continue to work on you. And I promise you, if you believe in this and you believe in your higher power, it's going to get better. Because you're the one that will make it better. It's all up to you. Again, people don't have to forgive us. They don't. And they don't have to forgive us when we feel as though we've been clean enough. Everybody need to forget it and don't know about it and all that. This thing going to be known for the rest of your life, because you got to remember it for the rest of your life. So you keep on doing what you're doing, pretty girl. Hear what I'm saying. You are a beast. Believe me. You are strong and you are smart. You know, and you are powerful. All you have to do is follow these 12 steps. I'm telling you, surround yourself around recovering people. You know what I mean? Call us, you know, and we stick together. Just believe in yourself, because you are the one that can make this happen. You're the one that can get clean. You're the one that has to have all this in here and here, you know, and that beast in you to fight no matter who it is. No matter who it is. And it's sad to say, and it sounds like it's mean or it's bad, but it is not. It is healthy and it is good for us, you know, because again, people don't have to forgive us. Like I said, I got some people who still don't forgive me, don't want nothing to do with me, but that's okay. Pray for them, you know, but keep praying for you the most. Keep praying for you the most. Great thing you've done. Great question you asked. Beautiful, hon. Get power. That's all I'm going to say is power. I get kind of corny sometimes, but I be meaning what I'm saying, though. You know, power, powerful. What you did and what you doing, continue to do. Just expect that. Expect, you know, the people who don't want to, because, you know, you got some that just going to be shitheads. You know what I'm saying? Expect it. Expect that, because it's going to happen. People gonna say whatever they want to say. I'm telling you. People gonna not forgive you, and people gonna forgive you. You know what I mean? You keep rolling with the flow because you have forgiven yourself, and you're the most important person that has to do that. This is why I'm saying when we surrender and we find a higher power greater than ourselves, there you go. There you go. You follow that, and you trust in that, you keep on praying to that, and you keep on doing what you are doing, because you're only going to get greater and better. And if they want to come around, they will. If they don't, they won't. But that does not stop you from doing what you're doing. Believe me, living it right now, to this day, living it. You know, again, character defects. You know what I mean? It would turn me into that when it was first starting to happen. My character defects was like, fuck them, I don't care. You know what I mean? But I had to forgive, and I have to forgive them for me, because this is a selfish thing. It's okay. It's okay. Believe me. Just continue to do what you have to do. Keep fighting for your life and keep doing what you're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I don't even know who asked the question, but it was a damn good question. You know, and that's going to always come up, and it's going to always pop up. But like I said, our family, which is AA followers, CA followers, you know what I mean? In them rooms, they talk about all of this. You know, they let you know. You get a sponsor, you get the friends, you know, in the rooms, and you're going to have conversations that's just going to make so much sense to you, you know, from hurting and doing the things that we did. Again, we done a lot of things. Again, you know, we was buck wild, buck crazy, you know what I mean, and didn't give two shits, you know, but now we do, because you are somebody, and I want to continue to say that to you. You are somebody. You're doing a great thing, you beautiful person, and continue to do it. Again, character defects, step 7. I hope I answered that, you know, clearly or good enough for you. And this is where I want you guys that are in recovery. You know, if I got to put you up top, or I forgot how my nephew said we do this thing, but I got my daughter here. She knows how to do it. You know what I mean? To speak and to share and to help this person. Ask this person who they are. You know what I mean? Get a number. You know, just like we supposed to do. You know, we serve each other. You know, get a number. Let's help her out, or him or her. Let's help them out. You know, because this is how we get better. This is how we get stronger, you know, and it is our world, and the outsiders don't really understand our world, but we do, you know, so this is why this is on here. Okay. Show me who this was. Put your name in so I can see who it is, so I can send them something. You know, step 7. Again, character defects are shortcomings too, you know, and again, it causes pain and misery all of our lives. Like, this is what they mean by that. It's like, we know who we are, we know what we become, we know what we got to live with. You know what I mean? And when you get these 3 things, that's the remedy. You know what I mean? It's going to always be. It's going to always be. All the stories, all the things we done, you know, all the things that we hurt from doing, the people that we hurt, you know what I mean? You know, disrespect, like I said, tricking, stealing, going to jail, you know, all of that. All these things are works on your emotional pain, you know, your emotional self, you know, the misery of it all. Because it was all miserable. Now that we are getting our thoughts back in order, we're getting our lives back in order. So we look at it and say, goodness gracious, I just can't believe I did this shit. Like, for what? You know, today I could say, for that little ass hit, for that hit that didn't never give me another hit, not another time, but once. You know what I mean? It make me hate disease. I hate it with a passion. You know what I mean? I hate what it made me become, and still didn't give me what I was running for. Still didn't give me what I wanted. You know what I mean? But recovery is giving me my life back. Recovery has given me more than that. It has put my religious part of me back. You know what I mean? The mother in me back. You know, the sister in me back. You follow? The human being in me back. You know, and I'm grateful, but I cannot ever forget what these drugs and alcohol did to me, you know, because it's real, you know, and it happened, you know, and I have to accept that and accept the things I can't change, but I am changing the things I can and learning the wisdom to know the difference, which energizes me like the Energizer Bunny. You know what I mean? And I'm going to continue to do it today. I'm going to continue to do it as we speak, and I'm going to continue to do it one day at a time, because don't rush yourself. Do not rush yourself. You take these things and you learn these things. You come to believe in these things, which I'm saying are the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous, and you deal with them daily. You know, don't rush yourself or think ahead, even with the people that ain't ready to forgive you yet. That's not ready to even want to do anything with you yet. It's okay. It's okay. We have a higher power greater than ourselves, and we know how to send that message to them to help you get stronger. But you got to do your work too, you know, and you got to understand why. Most important, understand why. We got to keep it on the eye and always know what we did. You know, so whatever we did today has to become a part of our medication to make us stronger, to live and to survive. You know what I mean? You know, you're going to always hear about it. It's going to always, you know, be said by somebody or come through somebody, from the children to the mothers, the grandmothers, the father, the people in the store, the neighborhood people. It don't matter. Friends. They're supposed to be friends. You know what I mean? And you got to keep them in front of you, not behind you. You know what I'm saying? In other words, if you're going to deal with these same people that's taking you through this thing, it's time for you to make a choice and a decision that you need to find new ones, because you don't need anybody that's going to keep drowning you with what you did as a weapon. You know what I mean? Because it comes to us like it's a weapon, like they shooting us with a Uzi. You know what I mean? When you're trying so hard to do the right thing, you know, and you just don't want to forgive me, move on. Pray for them. Pray for them and hope one day that they can. But you can't be mad. You can't carry that weight, because disease is right there like another head, just waiting. I'm getting her. She hurt. She pain. We already know what hurt and pain is. It done whooped us up so bad, we know what it is. But that's how it creeps in. It creeps in through emotions and feelings and sad times, happy times, you know, arguments, disappointments. You know what I'm saying? It creeps in no matter what, because it never goes away. Disease is you, and it is your inner thoughts. You know what I mean? It's sick. Is a voice that's sick, and it wants to keep you sick. You know? So don't feed into it. No means no by any means necessary, because we always have to know that we can't get so upset or depressed or shut down and just give it the buckets. You know what I mean? We got to follow the rules and the regulations of the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous and NA and AA. This is our guideline. This is what keep us to the right, not to the left. You know, don't disbelieve. It's just what is a part of living a recovery lifestyle. That's what that is. I'm living a recovery lifestyle. Been through that. Been there, done that. And guess what? This too shall pass, because I refuse to let it win. I refuse to let it take me down, because I know that I'm telling the truth. I know that I'm really sorry that the things I've done, you know, and what I became of. If I can forgive me, you should be able to forgive me, but you don't have to, because I forgive you. That was nice. I like that. Sometimes I hear myself. You follow? That's the strength that these steps give us. You know what I mean? Where we can accept this thing. It's okay, because we expect it. And all we can do is pray and hope that they can grab onto it and understand that this works. You don't have to prove to anybody that you're clean. The only person that you have to prove this to is you. Because this is your battle. This is your fight. And this is why I love the fact that Bill and Bob created these steps, you know what I mean? And gave us a pathway, you know, to heaven, you know, because I truly believe that I'm going to heaven, and I've done some dirty shit, you know, and thought some dirty stuff, you know what I mean? But I truly believe now, because of my strength, hope, and my faith, you know, that I have in my higher power, that I really believe that he's going to open that gate for me, because he's forgiven me. He forgave me when he knew my truths was real, and my truths actually started setting me free. And that's what it's going to do to you. So don't let this hurt you, you know, because it will. But just know that the hurt is coming, you know, or the neglect from people that you really want to forgive you is coming. you know, and then you may have the ones that will open arms as they open arms to us so many times. You know what I mean? You'll know, they'll see, you know, from your actions, but you don't have to prove anything to anybody. And they may not understand that. You have to continue to prove it to yourself until you become it and you live it. You understand what I'm saying? This is how this worked for us. It's a very selfish program. That's what selfish means in our program. You know, it's me, myself, and I, and the higher power that I found, you know, and the only way that I can let you in my circle is this for a positive reason. You know, if you haven't gotten to that step, you know, that's going to allow you to understand that people don't have to be forgiven or they don't have to trust us. Well, you have to also know that, you know, we liars. We walking liars. We living liars in our addiction. Man, I wouldn't believe me. I wouldn't believe a damn word I said. You know what I mean? I can understand that today. I know it today. You know what I mean? Vicious liar. You know, and it still connects with the first lie that I damn told. You know, because that was my walk. That was my walk on in the hole. You know what I'm saying? So falling in that hole only made me more powerful to lie. You know, I'll fight for my lie. I'll stand by my damn lie. I'll tell you, go to hell, knowing that I'm lying, and still tell you that I didn't take your shit or do whatever you said I did. Period, point blank. You know, today I know better. I know what I did. I know how my behaviors was. You know, I watch it, I see it, I work around it every day. You know what I mean? But we have to surrender. And once we surrender, this is the things that we'll be surrendering to. You know, we have to accept, again, the things we can't change. We can't change what we done. You know what I mean? Accept the things we can't change things that we can, but understand it. Understand it. Wisdom to know the difference. You know, again, just because we're well and we're getting better, don't mean that people have to accept us, you know, or forgive us. We hope that they will. We wish that they will, but you cannot allow them to take you back and mess with all your character defects. You understand what I'm saying? And make you weak because you're fighting a disease that they don't have. You're fighting a disease that they don't understand. It is you. It will break you down and will take you right back where you left off. If it don't send you to jail's institution or kill you. You know, so again, this is normal. It's normal. Understand it's normal. But you have to understand why. Okay? So in step 7, you know, it says we ask our higher power to help remove these defects of characters, you know, and that part comes to where you can surrender again. So step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all connects. Every one of them is a step to step 1 is a step to 2, step 2 is a step to 3, step 3 is a step to 4, step 4 is to 5, and 5 is to 6, and 6 is to 7. You know what I mean? And when we practice these steps and study these steps, you know, I'm just going through these steps and then conversating, but you have to do your work too. You have to, you know, read these steps and work these steps for yourself. You know, basically, I'm telling you a lot of my story. You know what I mean? And what worked for me may not work for you. You know, what worked for you may not work for me. But what you do have and what you can give me is something. You know what I mean? Because if it's something that makes sense or it's something that is helping me, that's more than enough from anybody. And let that help you when people don't want to accept you or don't forgive you. That's just medication too. That's the wisdom to know the difference. You already surrendered. You know it could happen or you know it can happen. That's why I said in step 4, you got to be ready for the good or the bad. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I was meaning, you know, when you start going through these type of situations with the question that you asked. I keep going back to that question because it's like a sister or brother is like, you know, it's pulling my heart right now, you know, and I just want to make sure that I'm clear to it and anybody else who's listening. You know, so step 7 is, it says, having decided that we want God to relieve us the useless and destructive aspects of our personalities. Our personalities was different as a junkie or alcoholic. We ain't nothing like now. I was nothing like this then, under the influence, man. I was with whatever this sickness had me be or had me do. It was I couldn't even question shit. All I could do was just do what my thoughts was telling me to do, what this sickness was telling me to do, and I was becoming more and more and more and more and more of the monster. You know what I mean? I have pictures of myself as the monster, and I look at that thing and say, girl, you weighed 82.5 pounds looking Skeletor. You know what I mean? This thing is powerful. It's cunning, baffling, and powerful. It's vicious, And there's a lot of you, that didn't even see me at my worst. Some people look at me today and say, I can't imagine you being a junkie. I said, look, I wished I couldn't imagine me being a junkie, but trust you me, I am. You know what I mean? I'm just in recovery, of that failure in my life, and I have to fight this crazy sick huzzy, you know what I mean, for the rest of my life. Especially if something makes me angry. And they don't make me want to use dope. I don't want no dope no more. I just want to keep my brain right. I want to keep this up here in connection with this right here and be able to know how to make choices and decisions and do what's right for Tracy. You know what I mean? Because Tracy has to do that. I have to do that. You follow? I don't need a friend trying to tell me something and backball me, because they think they right because they fucked up too. You follow what I'm saying? The ones that still, getting high and doing what they doing and calling themselves functional and all that stuff still think that they doing right. And I'm looking at them praying for them. You follow? Praying for them. Hope that they can get their life straight too without drugs and alcohol. Because I promise you, they'll see a different them than they do now. Period. So keep working on you and always work on you. This is how we stay clean. We work on ourselves each and every day, every minute and second that we wake up during the day. I don't mean you're going to be walking around like a damn zombie. You know what I mean? I'm sick. I'm in recovery. You know what I mean? No, you have to live life as life coming to you. You have to make better choices and know what you want because you're going to know. You're going to feel it. We've been out of emotions for a long time, as long as we've been getting high. You know what I mean? Even the ones that's getting high, you know what I mean, ain't dealing with no type of emotion but the craving and the want of the drug. Period. If you have one drink and you ain't drunk yet, you get another drink. You know what I mean? You ain't drunk enough, you're going to get another damn drink. And if you ain't high enough where you want to be, you're going to get another drink and another drink. And before you know it, you lit. You know what I mean? So, we gotta, you're going to start realizing all these things. You're going to start seeing much differently. These eyes are going to become so clear. They're going to become clearer than you ever thought they would be, but to each his own, because the most important person that I care about, not that I don't care about anybody, is me, because I have to, so I learn a lot. I see a lot. Before I was blind, my eyes is open now. I don't want to live that life. I want to live the life like I'm living right now. I would have never knew this shit. Matter of fact, if it wasn't for the stinking huzzy Trey, I would have never even knew how great life is. Because I was too fogged up and blind up, with all this society bullshit and being out there with every, trying to be this and trying to be that and thinking that I had to get high, you know what I mean, to feel good, to party, or to be somebody. Don't need it. Don't need it. Loving it now. You know what I mean? Without it all, I would have never knew that it couldn't be this way, but my higher power helped me to restore my sanity. And I got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger into my belief. You know what I mean? Till I started seeing the change in me. And when I started seeing the change in me, goddammit, it was great. And it's still great to this day. I'm telling y'all, I get lit when I talk about this shit. And right now I'm feeling real good, because it's just giving me more life. It's giving me more respect. You know what I mean? For everybody, not just me, but for everybody, giving me more understanding, not just for me, but for everybody. You follow? It's allowing me to make change. I made a lot of change in my life, and I made a lot of good changes in my life, all due to these 12 steps, all due to this. I made very good changes in myself, and the people who surround themselves around me, in these NAs and AAs and just friends of us who are all still sober, and even my friends who are, wasn't abusing drugs like me. I ain't counting nobody out, you know what I mean? Because I got very good friends. I love my friends. I got a nice little circle, and I love them and they love me. You know what I mean? I got sisters who love me and I love them. I got cousins, I'm back in the world again doing positive things and great things, and people could see that I made change. But it doesn't matter whether or not you could see I made change. It's for me to see that I'm making change. I appreciate everybody who say, girl, you look good. You've been doing good. You know what I mean? But I'm still sick. I'm still an addict. You know what I mean? I'm just an addict in recovery. You follow? And when you give me these positive remarks and when you say these things to me, I appreciate them so much. You don't know how much, because I still battle with some of my character defects. I'm going to be battling these character defects probably for the rest of my life, but I still got that little hussy in remission, and she can't make decisions for me. I have enough strength, hope, and understanding of myself and my sickness and what it is and what it does and what it do to me. You know what I mean? That I have my medication that I could take, like I said, Tylenols, I don't care what you call it, ibuprofen, whatever you want to call it. That's what this is for me. You know what I mean? And I know that I can have other ways and different rules and regulations that we have, that help us help ourselves. And I take them. I take them as the doctor order, and that's the doctor. I take it as the doctor order, and I try to keep myself from around, the people, places, and things that won't allow me to continue to battle my sickness because they don't quite understand it as much. They just remember the sick Tracy, you know what I mean, versus, praying or helping and hoping that the sick Tracy gets better, because you got them out there too. I still, know people that'll come up to me and, offer, and do little things. I have the wisdom to know the difference. No, thank you. No means no by any means necessary. Come on, let's go here. Let's do this. Let's go that. Girl, you don't even go out no more. It's okay. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm sick. I don't want to be around the shit that I got sick from. Makes sense. That I got sick from. You know what I'm saying? I had to remove myself from these people, places, and things. And there's nothing wrong with it. And trust me, because you'll gain new friends. Look, this thing is vicious. It works, y'all. It works if you work it. You're going to go through a whole lot more than just somebody not, accepting the fact that you changed. You know what I mean? I got to keep telling you because you're a lying ass. You know what I mean? And you was a lying ass then. You know what I mean? And we're still that person. We just put her in check and put her in remission. You know what I mean? We still live with this girl. But today, no means no by any means necessary. And we live in our lives today. And don't let anything chop you down. Call somebody, ask this question. Thank God. I'm so happy that this live is on, for everybody who needs it. You know what I mean? And keep throwing them Q&As in there. I keep saying Q&As. My kids laugh at me, but it's okay. But the Q&As in there so she can catch it if she get off her cell phone on Amazon. I know that's what she's doing. And she can read my questions that's coming through, and I'm missing them.
Ain't nobody asking no questions.
I'm just saying. Okay? But she did catch that one, thank God. And it got me amped up. You follow? Because I did get one. I'm happy you the first one too, whoever you was. You the first one. And what was the name on it, Niche? Because I don't want to say whoever it was. But keep watching this live. Keep watching this live. Come on in here. Sit on my couch with me. You know what I mean? You can ask all the questions you want. It's not just going to be me. It's going to be us. It's going to be people who are willing to come in and help and talk and share their strength and hopes and all of that with us, And I know it's going to happen. It ain't happened yet, but it's coming. I got a good speaker that's coming on the 19th of next month. She was a client of mine. This girl is absolutely outstandingly the bomb. Still an addict. in recovery. But I tell you, when I tell you she fight, she fight. When I tell you she got a story, she got a story. Every time I hear it, I break out in chills. Every time I hear it, I break out in toys. And I can't wait for that show to come, y'all. I can't wait for it to come. Her name is Sarah, and she runs Savage Sisters. You know, this girl is awesome. When I tell you awesome, awesome. But I'm going to let her tell her story. I'm going to let her bring what she got to offer you, you know, and to help you, you know, with your addiction and your recovery. You know, because again, they're two different things. Addiction is one thing and recovering is another. You know what I mean? All from the same family, but they split and we put one in remission and we live the other. You know what I mean? As a recovering addict, you know, but we must and we always have to change our thinking. Our change of thinking is what keeps the addict in remission, the active addict in remission. You following me? Can you give that? I'm gonna hurt you. I bought a steak today, y'all. My son, I told him I'd give him half. He sent my, if y'all can see it, can you give my half of the steak to Niche? Ain't he something crazy as I don't know what? I love my kids, though. We have such good times together and understand each other. They understand their mama. You know what I mean? Especially this one, Amir. You know, he actually lived my addictive lifestyle. He and his brother, Salim. And they were the two kids I was telling you that was very angry for a long time. You know, and my sponsor had us, you know, had told me shut up and sit down and listen to them because they're human beings, and I did. You know, and we are still growing, and we still growing strong. Actually, we're growing really strong now today, you know, and that's been something that I prayed about for a long time. You know what I mean? But I had to accept things that I couldn't change through them and give them their time, because their time was their time when they were ready, you know, because I've hurt them. I did the same thing to them in ways that I shared in the rooms, how I felt like my dad did to me. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes disease, this is what I'm saying, in the head, always trying to creep in, always trying to, you know, keep you down some kind of way, you know what I mean, and clog things up for you so you can't, you know, move on, or you get too cocky. We call that cocky. You get too cocky. Like I said, that question that you asked, what, you know, what we do, you know what I mean? How we make people, you know, basically, you know, like us or understand us or forget about what we've done. Hey, they got a life for this too. You know what I mean? And everything that we've done to them is going to always be in them, and they're going to handle it the way that they choose to handle it. You know, so, you know, I'm blessed, you know, that I got people back in my life, you know, and again, like I told you, I don't have some that's back in my life, but I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? Because I truly know that I am sorry. I surrendered. You know, I know whatever I done was wrong. Some people was telling me stuff, I don't even believe the shit. You know what I mean? But they say that's happening because I can't remember all the shit that I did. I did so much and I was so lit. You know what I mean? Because you don't remember everything. Even when you're drunk, you don't remember everything. When you're out there partying, you don't even remember you were standing up on the bar kicking it. You know what I'm saying? You don't remember a lot of things you done. And you'll be like, what? I did that? You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't remember a lot of things I said to people either. You know, I just don't, you know, but because I know that my disease is cunning, baffling, and powerful, and sick and hideous, you know what I mean? I'm going to swallow it, and I'm going to take it anyway, and I'm going to make amends for it. I'm sorry. I apologize. You follow? Because I'll never be able to think back and know everything I did. But I know the behaviors of an addict. I know the behaviors of my sickness. You know, today I understand it. You follow? So I'm not going to say, you know, no, I didn't do that. You know, because I have forgiven myself and surrendered for all that I've done. And do I remember everything? No. You know, my kids was telling me stuff I couldn't even remember it. You know, and that's when I got emotional because I couldn't, you know what I mean? But they did because it hurt them. They did because they had to live with things I said, You know what I mean? I wasn't a mother who physically beat them, but I will tell their little asses off. You know what I'm saying? You know, and say things to hurt you, because when you hurt, you like to hurt, you'll hurt people. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. And my defense mechanism was my mouth and to hurt people before getting physical with people. You know what I'm saying? And when you being a mother was like, you know, I'm your mother. You do what I say. You know, if I don't, I'm gonna beat that ass. You follow what I'm, and wrong, and probably was wrong as two shoes. You know, but I had to surrender, but that don't mean that they had to forgive me, because I wanted them to forgive me for things that I said and things that I did and leaving them. They remember when I used to leave them in the house. It's crazy. You know, they was like 3 and 4. You know, my kids were telling me some things I did remember. It was like, well, damn, you know, but my sickness wouldn't allow me to see that, because I didn't think I was doing nothing wrong. You know, I felt like they was old enough to do whatever I had them do. You know, and I felt like, you know, being around family and friends, that they were safe, that nobody would never let anything happen to them. Hell, they was the ones calling children and youth on my ass. All of them. You know what I'm saying? But God somehow had me home when they came every time. Every time. I was home when these people came to my house, and I got visits by children and youth probably like about 8 times that I can remember at least. You know? So, you know, I have to be, you know, forgive me for being that mother. Forgive me, you know, for allowing this disease and this disease society to take me and take my brain and take it somewhere else, that I forgot and couldn't respect you like I was supposed to respect you. You know, as I respect you today. You follow? It's like, again, crawling before walking. You know what I mean? Even to become a mother, I had to crawl before I walked again to get where I'm at today. You know, and now I can release love to my grandkids. I could tell them that I love them. That wasn't told to me. You know what I mean? So I wasn't telling my kids. You know what I mean? I knew my mother loved me. You know, I knew my sisters and brothers loved me, but we loved in a certain way of love. We didn't say, okay, love you like we do today. Today we tell each other we love each other, because we all have come from a space. You know, it may not have been a drug addiction for them, but it's been a lifestyle for them, and a lifestyle for us. You know what I mean? And I know for sure my mother loved me unconditionally, but she never was saying to me, I love you, baby. I love you, Tracy. You know what I mean? Like I say to my grandchildren, and I say to my kids today. My daughters will always tell their dad they love them, and I got jealous. I was like, well, how come y'all will never tell me you love me? You know what I mean? They said, because Mom, you don't never say that. We ain't used to that with you. We used to it with my dad. Boom, punch me right in the face with the shit. So another character defect I had to recognize. You know what I'm saying? I had to make another change in myself. You know? They didn't have to tell me, and that's how they felt. They didn't have to tell me they love me, but they love me, I know. You know, you know, my friends, you know, going out, you know, we go to different parties, different places together. You know what I mean? Meet up in different affairs together. They hugging each other, their kids and stuff coming up to them, hugging them. You know what I mean? Hey, Mom, love you, boom. I used to be affected by that, because I'm like, my kids don't never do that to me. You know what I mean? We do it today. You follow? It happens today. It happens all the time. My kids will call me on the phone and just tell me that they love me. You know what I mean? We got a little, what's called thing, Niche? Little text thing. What is it?
Group chat.
We got a group chat. We tell each other we love each other every day. You know what I mean? We talk to each other every day, because notice technology is vicious. You know what I mean? But when we together, we love. We love real hard, you know? And it's the most beautifulest thing in the world. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. So crawling before walking in our lives, as an addict, we learn how to live a normal lifestyle. You know what I mean? And it allows us to have opportunity to make change in ourselves. You know what I mean? And recognize what we've done, you know, what we didn't do, you know, and what we're doing and intend on doing today in changing, you know, our thinking, you know, and our lifestyle, and living a drug-free lifestyle. Is the most beautiful thing in the world. I would tell anybody this. It's the most beautiful thing in the world. You hear me? And I love all of you. You know what I mean? I love who don't even like me. And it's okay, because love stretches. Love goes in many different directions. You understand? You know, love is one thing, in love is another thing. And love is just, That's how it is for me. I done made my own shit up. You know what I mean? But it works for me. You know, and what works for me, works for me. You know, it's giving me my strengths. It's giving me my hopes. It's giving me my change. You know, it's giving me my love for people and how to love for people and pray for people. You know what I mean? Who don't even want to pray for me and don't even want nothing to do with me. It's okay. It's understood. It's very much understood. Do I like it? No. But can I change it? No. Because see, I can't change nobody and neither can you. They can only change themselves just like we have that choice. You know, and we have that opportunity. They have to change themselves and change their thinking and how they think. You know what I mean? But then if you can watch this live and hear us talk and hear, you know, these steps, you know, it's going to help the families understand how we think and what we go through and that we are sick people. We have a sickness, a disease. It's like a damn cold. It's like a damn pneumonia or something. It's crazy. You know what I mean? Only this one is crazy as hell. You follow? It's a sickness, it's a disease, but there is medication for it, you know? And in order to get better, you have to want to get better. Same thing. Go to the doctors when you get a cold. You know they're going to give you some medication. You take them pills. You do what you do, you know, to get better. Well, we got to take ours too, you know? Brothers, sisters, we have to take our medication. Get into this. You know that it works if you work it. It really does. You know, this is why I decided to do this and go through the 12 steps my way. You know what I mean? But I'm going to read them the way that they have written them and have saved my life. You know what I mean? Now I can speak through my life to you, you know, and to help you. And all the rest of us on here that's clean and has clean time. All the rest of us on here. I feel like we all should get together. Churches, pastors, you know what I mean? Teachers, everybody should get together. This thing should be in schools as far as I'm concerned. You follow? You should always allow your kids to know what's going on out there and not to get yourselves involved in that stinking, dirty society out there because it's very easy and they will take it. Society will take them from you. Just like it took me from my mom. You understand? Like it took my boys from me. It took my kids from me. Society is vicious. You know, so we gotta be smart. We gotta love each other. We gotta be open with each other. You know what I mean? Because this world is not changing, and nothing out there is going to change. It's us who make the change in us. It's us who make the change in our babies. Just we gotta tell them the truth. We gotta let them know. You know what I mean? These drugs are not good. You know, these pills are not good. You know, drinking is not good. It's not cute. I watch these young folks drink. When I tell you them jokers can drink, woo! Them jokers drink like they drinking 7-Ups and Pepsis. You know what I mean? And a drive and won't even think they drunk and a hang 3 days. Just drinking. They ain't drink like we drink. We drink, what you call them, the quart bottles. They drinking gallons in no time. You follow? Popping pills, doing all kinds of crazy shit. I don't know how you stay standing. But guess what? This shit was made to do just what it do. You know what I mean? And each of us have our own bodies. It's amazing what the body does or how it can handle and take this beating. It's amazing. And the sickness that comes from it, just sitting there, just killing you slowly, just allowing you to deteriorate slowly, making you feel like you feel good, making you feel like this is the only way to have fun and enjoy yourself, you know, and have a great time. You know what I mean? And we losing them. We losing them left and right. Left and right, because they don't care what they make drugs out of today. It doesn't matter what's in the alcohol. You know, it's all made to kill. It's poison. And it takes its time to do the killing, you know, and it takes you through all this monstery stuff and you become this monster. You know what I mean? You could be the sweetest person in the world and get high and you become a monster. You don't even know who you are. You don't even know where you are. You know, you just know you in the tunnel. You in the tunnel within the storm. You know what I mean? You went in having fun, but now you're stuck in the storm and you can't get out the storm. You know, but you see your way out, but you can't get out. And some of us every day, every night on this news, a lot of them have not gotten out that storm and have gotten stuck and is dead. and it's gone. Society is a damn disease to me, just like drugs and just like alcohol, because that's right where we go right back to when we out there in the bars, in the clubs, in these homes, doing all this shit. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, all you hear is murders. All you hear is the craziness and the nonsense. You know, people falling out, people dying, people losing their senses and losing their minds. You know what I mean? Then that's cool, that's okay. No. And then they get out and go right back and do the same thing, but they're not sick. That's what they think. They're not sick. Disease is cunning, baffling, and powerful. Cunning, baffling, and powerful. And again, it works through people, places, and things. And it's so much you have to learn about it, you know, and accept in order to get better. You know, how many people that's actually hearing what I'm saying have belief in what I'm saying? You know, a lot of us may not even ever heard it in the form of how I'm putting it, you know, or how my guest that's going to come on is going to put it. But I hope you get an understanding of it and don't become one. Don't do what we did. You know what I mean? And if you're doing it now, you know what I mean? And you're feeling some of these things that I'm talking about, know that disease is vicious. It's vicious. I asked on one of these episodes, I asked you to ask yourself, why do I get high? Why do I get high to have fun? Why do I get high to go out? You know what I mean? We ain't got to continue making these monkeys rich any damn way. You know what I mean? They live rich, living, having fun, and we dying, messing up our homes and messing up our families. You know what I mean? And killing people. You know what I mean? And slowly killing ourselves, thinking that we okay with doing this poison. You know what I mean? Poison is poison. I don't care how much you do it. This is my belief. This is how I feel about it as being an addict. You know, and being in a recovery as a recovered addict, you know, taught me a lesson today, you know what I mean? And I've been hanging on to these days, and I'm going to keep striving and keep striving and keep striving to hang on to every day that God wakes me up to without it. And to try to help people learn how to help themselves. I had a few people who messengered me and said, you know, I asked myself that question and I couldn't answer it. It's just a question I threw out. That's all. You know, again, if it doesn't work for you, it don't. You know what I mean? But if it do, good question. Good question. Now work on that. You follow? Just work on that. Because, my opinion, you don't have to. You don't have to drink. You don't have to drug. You follow what I'm saying? Because feeling good, oh, wow, I feel so good today no matter what I do. You know what I mean? And when I was out there, I never felt like this. Never felt the feelings as they are, the love, you know, the happiness, you know what I mean? The being special, you know, to myself, and, you know, the feeling of being a mother, you know, as I see a mother should be. You know, I missed a lot of that time through this filthy ass disease. You know what I mean? It turned me out, you know, and it took that from me, you know, and it took it from my children, you know, and today, you know, I've been forgiven, you know, for that, you know, and now they getting it, and, you know, I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? And it's a beautiful thing. It's such a beautiful feeling, you know, to be forgiven, you know, but it's also, it doesn't hurt me for not being forgiven. You know, I accept things I can't change. You know what I mean? And I pray for people who don't forgive me. And I definitely understand and realize why, and that they don't have to, you know, but I do have to remove it from my circle. I do have to remove it, you know, from up here. You follow? And just keep praying for people. You know what I mean? And it's okay. You know, and if it becomes a day that you do, you know, I'm open and I'm willing. You know, I'm not hating. I'm not trying to hate, you know, nobody. And I'm not trying to make nobody forgive me for what I've done to them, you know, or done around them, or to whoever their loved ones, or whatever you're saying I did. You know what I mean? Today, I promise you I did not mean it. You know what I mean? And I had no control of what I was doing, because my sickness had me doing things that I had no control of. No control whatsoever. You know, until I had to learn about this sickness. Till I had to come to believe what this sickness really is. And it was all the truth. And when the truth starts setting you free, Believe me, it's the most beautiful thing that could have ever happened to me. The most beautifulest thing, the greatest thing that has ever happened to me. You know, and I love the fact that I have children, you know, and I have a family, you know, and I have all that. But I'm going to tell you, the greatest blessing in my life was to be saved from this vicious disease, you know, and to not allow it to control me any way that it could and did, you know, to change me into the beast that I had become. You know, but it makes me feel so beautiful that people have forgiven me. So you will be forgiven. You will. And just love what and who and why, and the understanding of the ones that are forgiving you, but understand the ones who are not ready yet. So that's how I put it. You're just not ready yet. That's it. That's how I feel about it. You know, but you keep doing what you're doing. I'm proud of you. I don't care who it is. I am so proud of you. And you have to learn how to love yourself because you are somebody. You hear what I'm saying? You've been knocked across the head by a thing called disease, but you are somebody. And you are the greatest person in the world. Anytime you defeat and you fight this disease, you understand what I'm saying? And it's our language. You follow? And you be proud of yourself. But you understand that nothing has to change for you unless you change your thinking and change yourself and have the wisdom to know the difference and understand why. That was pretty nice too. I like that. You follow? I'm feeling good right now. Yo, I'm ready to party. I am. I love this. You know, and I hope you loving it too. You know, and I hope you're getting something from it, you know, that can allow you to understand, you know, and have the wisdom to know the difference. Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Everybody can't win. Everybody can't fight this sick disease. Some of us don't make it and we give up. You know what I mean? But if you gave up, jump back in and start over again. And start off where you left in the recovery that you earned, that that was yours, you know, and it can only get better. You know what I mean? The same as if when you went back to where you left off from that shit, whipped your ass. It tore you up even more and beat your ass even more because you can't beat it when you're using. You can't win. You can't beat it. You got to not use in order to tackle this disease and whoop this disease ass because it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. And again, it works through people, places, and things. I hear you, Denise. I hear you, my sister. I see that one. You know what I mean? You know, you've been in a struggle. You know what time it is. We're in a struggle of staying clean. You follow? Put some shit on this thing. Let people know. You just ain't got to say something to me. Say it to them. Say it to everybody who's on this screen. Say it to everybody. I tell you, when time start rolling, when I start getting all heisty, hour ain't never enough for me. They do me the same way it works. This hour, the group is over. That's what they'll tell me. You know what I mean? Because we can go on and on and on to the break of dawn, you know. But we're going to go to step 8 next week, y'all. And I hope everybody is back on here again. I'm loving it. You know, again, messenger me. You know, you're welcome and free to come on this live with me. You know what I mean? And share your strength and hope. Ask any freaking question you want to ask. Because guess what? In recovery, no question is stupid. No question is dumb. And no question is oh, that person, she just needs to shut up. We don't need to shut up. We need to ask any questions that we want. And you are able to do that. You know what I mean? And if it can't be answered, you know, you will be directed to where it can be. But when it comes to a disease of addiction, I'm quite sure I can answer these questions. When it comes to the 12 steps, you know, of Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, our answers is right here in front of us. I don't care if I got to dig in that book. You know what I mean? But the ones of you that can answer it, if I can't answer it, answer it. Send that love on the message. Send that love. That's what I'm asking you to do. Okay, it's 8:02. Everybody, these step 1 to step 6 is now on YouTube. They're going to keep going on to YouTube. If you missed any, you can go on it from the beginning, check it out. You know what I mean? And just look at them over and over and over again. I do because I learn something from myself all the time. But sometimes I can't hear what I'm saying. You know what I mean? So I got to go over and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and look down all your beautiful messages to me and everything to let me know that, again, if I can help one person, My job is well done in the promise that I told my higher power that I would do. You know, so again, love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Keep coming on. Post it. Spread it. You know what I mean? Do whatever you can to get more people to know that this is real and this is raw and it's live. Okay? So we got to go. Love y'all. See y'all next week for step 8. And again, don't forget to post. Post this. You know, send it to all the people that you possibly can send it to. You know what I mean? And talk to the people, your loved ones and friends and family and everybody that you know is out here sick and suffering. You know what I mean? Try to get them to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Try to get them to you know, talk about them more, with them more. You know, try to get to understand. I'm not saying be an enabler or be like, oh, crazy about the shit. You know what I mean? But guess what? We hear you. Believe me, we hear you. We just don't want to hear the shit. That's all. You follow? Because we ain't ready to stop. That's all. You know, you'll get that too for the ones of you that are not users. But I'm going to go because I don't want to go off my time limit. You know what I mean? I can go for 2 hours. It would make me a damn bit of difference. You know, but my kids told me keep it at an hour and I'm going to do that. You know what I mean? Until we come live at elevations, and you know I'm gonna go back around and motivational speak again. So until then, I see y'all next week. Love y'all. Check you out.